Hello and welcome once again to my channel. Today we'll be looking at the blood vessels in the body. Now the starting activity says the diagram below shows the liver and some other parts of the digestive system. So you need to be able to label X and Y and also answer all of question B. So BI and II. So now we look at it, you can see that you have the liver, you have the pancreas, and a small section of the small intestine. So what is X? X is the gallbladder. And then Y is the stomach. Now B says fats are digested in the small intestine. Complete the sentence below. The liver creates, or rather secretes, a substance called bile. This helps the enzyme lipase to digest fats into fatty acids and glycerol. State the function of structure X. This is structure X right here. Structure X is a bile duct. It delivers bile into, or you could say from gallbladder. Sorry about the messy handwriting. To the small intestine. Okay, that bit is done. So that was just a quick recap of enzymes, quick recap of parts of the digestive system, and also quick recap of what is made when enzymes such as lipase catalyze the breakdown of fats, which is fatty acids and glycerol. In our next one, it says, who am I? So you have red blood cells and white blood cells. Well, so this one is the red blood cell, and this one right here is the white blood cell. Now, red blood cells, they are biconcave in shape, so biconcave, C-O-N-C-A-V-E. So it's sunken in the middle. It does not have a nucleus, so that increases its surface area. And its job is to carry oxygen, which is attached to the hemoglobin, which then delivers it to our cells. So it travels in the bloodstream to our cells. So I write R, B, C here for red blood cell. Now the white blood cells, what do they look like? Well, I often say it looks more like Pac-Man, because in this case the phagocytes, their job is to surround or engulf a pathogen and digest them. White blood cells have a nucleus. You have phagocytes, like I said earlier, which engulf and digest, while lymphocytes, their job is to secrete and antibodies as well as antitoxins. Now, blood vessels. Now, these are the tubes or conduits through which blood travels in our bodies. So blood is carried around your body in three main types. You have the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. So they are structurally different. Now here you have the arteries. They carry blood away from your heart to your organs. The blood they hold are usually bright red because they are oxygenated. Arteries stretch as blood is forced through them and then return to their original shape. hence why you have a pulse. Blood is in arteries is under pressure. As a result, their walls are thick, muscular, and elastic. And it's dangerous to cut an artery because the blood flows out of it at very high speed. As a result, when someone's in an accident and an artery is severed, they are at risk of dying. And then down here, you have an artery that is partially blocked with fatty deposits. And in order to save this person's life, what they do is they insert a piece of equipment or instrument which is called a stent. Now this, and then they inflate it with a balloon-like structure. When that happens, the stent opens up fully, which pushes the fatty deposits out of the way, and then that increases blood flow. Veins are structurally different from arteries. Veins have valves which opens and closes to prevent backflow of blood. Veins carry deoxygenated blood, and it carries blood to your heart from your organs. Blood flowing in, I'll say that again, blood low in oxygen and therefore a deep purple red, so it's darker in appearance. There's no pulse in veins. Valves prevent backflow as there is a low pressure. Blood is squeezed back towards the heart by the action of the skeletal muscles. Next are the capillaries. They form a huge network linking arteries and veins. They carry both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So blood coming back from our tissues, etc., would be deoxygenated. Blood coming from capillaries, which is coming from the heart, will be oxygenated, rich in oxygen. They have very thin wall, often described as 1 cell thick. So they're so thin that this allows it to reduce the diffusion distance, the distance that the substances need to travel across in order to get into our cells. So the capillary is quite thin, tiny vessel with narrow lumen. Veins have large lumen, so a large hole through which the blood travels through. And the artery has small lumen, thick muscular walls, and they're elastic in nature. So double circulatory system. So this is a question that is often asked on GCSE papers. They ask you to describe what a double circulatory system is. So one transport system carries blood from your heart to your lungs and back again. The other transport system carries blood from your heart to all other organs of your body and back again. It makes one circulatory system, or rather make our circulatory system very efficient. More areas of your body will receive oxygenated blood more quickly, as blood can be sent off to different parts of your body at a high pressure. And oftentimes, people will say that the blood enters the heart twice before it returns to the rest of the body. So it enters on the right side of the body, then it leaves there through your pulmonary artery, and it goes straight to the lungs to get rid of the carbon dioxide, picking up oxygen. It then returns through the pulmonary vein, and from there it's then pumped out through the aorta to the rest of the body. And don't forget, the aorta is the most powerful artery in the body, and its job is to transport blood away from the heart to the rest of the body, rich in oxygen and other important substances such as glucose, water, etc. What are the three main types of blood vessels then? So the quick quiz for you. Three main type of blood vessels. Remember, those are the arteries, capillaries, and veins. What is the function of the valve? Remember, it is to prevent backflow, whether it's valve in a vein or valve inside the heart. Whenever you hear of valves, it means to allow substances to travel in one direction, prevent backflow. Where do veins carry blood from? It carries it from organs of your body to your heart. Does the white blood cells have a nucleus? And it's yes, as I mentioned it earlier. What do capillaries link? Capillaries link veins and arteries. What is an adaptation of red blood cells that lets them carry oxygen? They contain, or they're coated with the pigment hemoglobin, and they also have no nucleus. I hope this quick video was helpful. Please watch it a few times to get the gist of the function of blood vessels in the body. The arteries, the capillaries, and the veins. Thank you for watching, and please come back again soon where I'll be posting more videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.